Alright guys, I'm working on the Mini again and working on the death rattle. So it's actually not even doing it right now. So I tried to crank it up and see if I could film it, and it's not deciding it wants to play along. So that sounds perfectly fine. And that's one thing about these when they first start doing it. When I've looked up that they kind of have the death rattle and then they stop and then it comes back and it stops, kind of back and forth. So one of the videos I found as I was doing some research said that you could switch out just this part, which is the timing belt tensioner. And there's some cheaper ones to get, and then there's some better ones. This is the Bilstein one here, chain tensioner. And I'll link it in there too. You can grab it off Amazon. But that is the part, and you can see that it goes on way down here, kind of underneath the exhaust, and I'm really hoping I can get to it. But that is where the oil filter is, and it's kind of right in front of that, down on the side where the timing chain is down through here. So I'm gonna see if I can get down there and film it, get some light in there, and show you where we're at. And it's supposed to be pretty tough to get to, especially if you got a manual car, because you have these oil cooler lines that are running around. Let me see. All right, guys, looking down in here, you can see the bolt that I'm trying to get to is that one right there, and that's literally just a plug that's down in here that's holding the tensioner. You see that hose right there is kind of right in the way, so you have to use a swivel in there to make that work. So show you what you gotta have. All right guys, so you'll need the 19mm socket, and this is a shorty here, which is kind of nice. And then this is a wobble extension, so it'll kind of go at a lot of different angles. And then just a 3/8 ratchet should get us in there. And this can't be on all the way. If it's on all the way, it's square. So it's kind of got to be at the end like that, so it can wobble around just enough to get up in there. So we will try it. That might be pretty much on it. All right guys, I actually switched to a longer swivel extension here, and this actually worked better. It brought me back a little bit farther from the engine down in there into this area where I could actually have more room instead of being up close next to the oil filter housing. All right guys, there is the old one right there. And you can see it does have a little wear spot where it's been in and out a whole bunch of times. And there's some wear spots on the side where it's been kind of gliding back and forth. All right guys, this is the new one, and it will just slide back in, and they keep it collapsed to make it go in easy. And then did kind of round the end of this plug off a little bit. So but anyways, and then it goes down over top of that, so everything kind of goes in together. All right, got everything back in, got it tightened back up, and they said just tighten it about as tight as you can get it. So I got it pretty dang tight, I think, in there. So now the thing is just trying it. So we'll fire it up and see what happens. All right, there it is. It's purring like a kitten now. This thing did sound like a diesel. Get to work and be like, I mean, it's rough as can be. And I'm sure if yours is making noises, you probably know what I'm talking about. If it's not, you can look up Depth Rattle. Plenty of videos out there showing it. And mine is an 06, but it's the early 06, I suppose, and not the later ones because they changed. So this is it. Seems to be doing fine. Fired right up. Sounded good. Seems nice and smooth again. So I was extremely worried about that. And hopefully this does good for a while. Hopefully the whole timing set doesn't have to come out. You know, it didn't wear anything too bad. I didn't drive it very much after it started making noises. So hopefully everything's good to go. That's it. Right, guys, don't forget you can get $25 off of ceramic coating, the Armor Shield 9 from Avalon King, by putting HiRevz 25 in at checkout at avalonking.com.